Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl and your daddy here, Viola, and I'm back with another video.
Yeah, it's okay.
My O kind of like.
All right, guys. Yes, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a couple guests. We have Des here as always, and we have
The
Chomeè.
marshmallow and the Hershey bar.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
So what am I, the graham cracker?
Caramel.
Yay!
Graham cracker all together. All
We're
right.
all one happy sandwich.
One
Well,
happy, or it's actually like kind of like not the full sandwich because we
Right.
don't have the other end.
Oh shit.
That's okay.
I mean, it could be like
Just
a
wrap around.
finger food.
Yeah.
Just wrap around.
Right. All right, guys. So yes, we are back with another video. Let's just say we were supposed to make this video a lot earlier in the day, but we got distracted by talking and having wonderful, deep conversation about the universe. You know. What?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
distracted.
I mean, we were on track.
We were on track. But anyways, guys. So for today, we're gonna do a little bit of a different video because, well, this was your idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was her idea. I've never done this before, but basically what we're gonna do is just ask each other our first. So like, oh, my first car was the. So basically, each of us are just gonna answer the questions. We're not gonna do too many because I don't want this video to be that long. Probably gonna do like 10 and maybe come up with our own afterwards.
Sounds nice.
Sounds
What
nice.
was your first piece of grass that you saw?
But
Like, wait, what?
but with all that being said, guys, let's get into the video.
Where's the questions? You got them?
Oh yeah, she got some because
Me and my
we figured out how to do
6%
that. Here, I'll just sit
phone.
down here. Can you see me a little bit?
Yeah, you're just like the little cutlet piece at the bottom.
Yeah. She would add so much nice color with the turquoise.
Right?
Why don't you flippity flop your ass up top?
Okay, there we go. There we go, guys.
Real
Oh look,
gay
we
now.
have
Now we got white
You, me.
and everyone has some form of something on.
Yeah.
All right, here's your
all right.
questiones.
All right, guys. So these are just random ask questions that I found online. So
Some
the
of
first one, yeah, some of them. The first question is
What was
my
your
first car. What was your first car?
My first car was a bright neon pink 1997 Ford Escort.
So a dildo?
Yes. Pretty much.
When you said bright pink, I'm like,
Like like that color pink on your bag.
nice. Okay, that is.
So
I
my
was
first
always noticeable.
Yeah.
My first was a black. It was actually black. It was a black 2005 Dodge Stratus. I do believe so. Yes.
Okay,
But
big
then my dad
baller.
wrecked it. My dad wrecked it. He hit a deer in my car.
Of all the
Well,
cars.
actually, he didn't hit the deer. The lady in front of him hit the deer, and it flew up over her car and smashed into my car. Yeah, I'm just like,
Can you
when my mom
imagine,
called
like-
me and told me that, I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't even get the chance to drive it. I really didn't, because I had just bought in it, and I was only 15, so I didn't have my permit yet, and
You're just
Oh,
like,
God.
I didn't even get to put my foot in the car yet.
right.
My first car was I'm actually not sure. I think it was a Dodge truck. It was white. It had gray in the inside and red.
Ooh,
Salty.
Nice and
it's
leather.
freaking
It
mosquitoes,
was
guys.
really, really nice. And I got it for like an 1800 steel. I know everybody's like 1800 as a steel. And
This generation, yeah.
yeah. But I never got to drive it. Guy actually that sold it to me took it back and flipped it and got more money for it and still had my money. So yeah.
What?
Oh, so he
That's
ripped you off basically.
Yep, I got jug.
damn. That's messed up. All right. Second question: first ever boyfriend or girlfriend?
Meaning what?
It just says first ever boyfriend or girlfriend.
When did you have them, or?
I guess we can answer it all as a whole, I guess.
Right.
I mean, I started off with guys because that was the regimen
Right.
to be hidden.
When I was younger, I had a bunch of boyfriends in like middle school.
Some
Damn,
Kid.
heterosexuality is really normalized.
Right?
Isn't it? It was mine was some kid, white kid in elementary school. Honestly, I was dating at an early age.
Honestly, I don't.
We
I think I
wasn't-
had my first.
So
Boy.
y'all
I
had
think
like
I had
a
my.
graham cracker house.
I think
and
I
y'all
had my
to split
first
it in half?
boyfriend. I think when I was like in 7th grade, maybe.
We was
Yeah.
we was fiddling diddling behind the bookshelves.
And then I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was like 16, about to turn 17.
My first
So-
girlfriend was like 15ish or so, or 16.
Wow, I'm glad you guys had both.
I had secretive balls. They were like tucked into the side, kind of
Yeah.
dangling though.
Didn't let them
occasionally.
hang. I didn't let mine hang for a minute.
I should
Now they're
definitely
up
put
here.
rated R on this video.
Yeah, I think
Well,
you
you
should.
I just said, but now they're up here.
Yeah, these are my balls now.
They've
So,
all moved up.
My first boyfriend and last was 14. He was a twin, a fraternal twin. He was a nice boyfriend. If you ever see this, so sorry. You were not an experiment.
I enjoyed
my-
you for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, we had good conversation. And
Nothing else.
yeah. And my first girlfriend was at 19. That was my first love. Yep, that's when I lost my virginity too.
Like actually.
Yeah, like when I finally lost like the hymen. Yeah.
I don't think I ever lost that through sex. I think it was more.
A fucking bite.
No, I used to ride horses a lot when I was younger.
Oh my goodness.
So like bouncing so much. I mean, you bounce pretty fucking. No, you bounce pretty hard on a horse. Like that shit will
So you lost your virginity
to a horse.
To a horse.
Sounds like
sad
some
one.
kind
That
of
horse
bestiality
spirit.
type shit. Oh god.
Never forget
Okay.
Never
Stallion of the
Alright.
Cimarron.
Okay,
Or
do you remember
however
what
you
your
say it.
first mobile phone was? Your first ever cell phone?
Holy moly! It
I've had
was
so
one
many.
of those
Honestly, I couldn't
little
even tell you.
Nokia phones, the little
Me
tiny
too.
ones that only had the small screen on it, the little buttons, and it was.
Oh,
like
you had that
yay big.
one.
Oh, I had the one
I
that
had
you
a flip
flip.
phone. Yeah.
No, I didn't
the
get
one
the
that was
flip
like
one
sideways
until-
that you flip this way.
Sidekick?
No,
No.
sideways.
No, I had the
Sideways,
one.
Sideways.
As I went up though, I had one that was like rounded and half of it slid up and the keyboard was
fucking
Oh, I
on the
had one of
bottom.
the. I've
Game
had
Boy?
literally. I've had
Kind
so
of,
many
yeah,
phones.
I
I've had so
loved-
many phones. I've had the flip phone. I've had the slide up one. I've had the one that you flip. I've had iPhone. Like I've had so
Wow,
many
I'm
phones.
glad that some
I
of
didn't
us had
have.
privileges.
I didn't have
I
an
had
iPhone.
to get that shit myself. My parents didn't know. My parents were like, "Nah, you don't need that." I'm
No,
like,
I didn't get an iPhone
I had
until
a
recently.
flip phone. I don't remember what it was though, but that bitch like vibrated when like it would like
Close it.
close. Like,
Snap.
you could hear the spring.
That
y'all.
was always so nice though.
It was. I'm like, shut the fuck up. But you know what?
right?
I was being petty. Let me just tell y'all, I was being petty, right? And I was like trying to like, and it fell in the fucking toilet. I was in the 6th grade. I was so scared to go home and tell my parents because they told me not to be on my phone at school, and that really wasn't.
Just say it fell out of your pocket. I would've-
Girl, you know I did.
All right. So first ever tattoo. Your little moon. You gonna show them?
I'm gonna stare at my little
If
moon.
you can't even see
Let me-
that. What was
a
my
little
first tattoo?
moon tattoo
Oh, the
on
one
my
on my
wrist.
foot. I forgot about this one.
Yeah, I
I
got
got a
this.
matching tattoo, guys, with my mom. I don't know if you can see it. Hers says, "Because of them, I give my all," and mine says, "Because of her, I will not fall."
Well, mine was, you
Little
know,
cute
my
tattoo.
name. Got it in 2015. It's my first name. I know
You
everybody's
stick your
gonna be
foot
like,
up
you
in
think
front
you're
of it."
cool because you got your name? All right, fuck you.
Well, for mine, it was for
Oh,
my
yeah.
18th birthday.
Mine was just
Mine
because it was my mom's birthday. My
Dang,
mom,
I've
like a
had
couple
this for
days
5
later, my
years.
mom's like, "Hey, you want to go get a tattoo?"
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Will you pay for it?"
Well, I've
Piggyback.
always drawn moons on my wrist, like going through school and shit. I'd always
Yeah.
take a Sharpie and draw a moon on myself. So I was like, might as well. I like the moon anyway. It resembles like just like I don't know, just a light in the dark, just like
The light at the end of the tunnel.
I definitely remember getting this. It was in October, and it was like, I don't know why. I think I got my name because I finally like really, really loved my name at that time. It was,
Embraced
like,
yourself.
I really
Right.
embraced it. Did
That's
a lot
why,
of
like, I want to do with
numerology.
like Viola. That's my middle name, and like, I didn't like it at first, but my grandma was my best friend, and then my grandma passed away, and that's my grandma's name. So now it's like,
Yeah.
it means a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So the next question is, how many are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4,
around 5.
5. Okay, so question number 5. I haven't even been counting, but it's okay. The first concert you ever attended? You've never. Yeah, okay.
She's the
So
only
my
one that's
first
been-
time going to a concert was actually, I think, 2 years ago, because I went to 2 concerts that year.
Post
I went to
Malone.
Post Malone's concert first, and then I went to Russ's concert the next month. So
Oh,
I was like,
I
yeah.
thought so.
Yeah.
Like, Russ has to be one, right?
Oh yeah.
I've never
Definitely.
been to a concert.
Never.
Unfortunately.
And honestly, Russ's concert was like, it was so beautiful because there wasn't that many people there. There's like a lot of people there, but he did it in like one of his hometowns in Charlotte.
Nice.
I mean, even though he came down to Atlanta and everything, but he just did like a little, I guess, community one for his town, and it was just, and it was
Cheap
just him, you
tickets.
know, it was just
Yeah,
him
I
talking.
think
The
that's
tickets
nice.
were cheap, $20. Like first they were 50, but I ended up waiting, and they came out on sale for like $20. So I'm like, hell, I might as well go to the damn concert.
Yeah.
So
Especially have
I
the
had to
opportunity.
drive a couple hours because I was in South Carolina, but
Better than driving the
Right.
whole dang day to get there.
right. Number 6, first time you ever got drunk. Oh gosh.
Well,
Who
we
wins?
got truly drunk at Becky's 21st birthday
Let's just say
party.
you got drunk.
Okay, I was.
So that was back in what, December? So that was back in December that you first ever got drunk. Mine probably, I don't want to say because I don't think I've ever been drunk, but over the summer, or I guess the beginning of the summer, this summer. Yeah,
Are
the
you talking
beginning.
about for your birthday?
No,
last
for
year?
Taniqua's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Or not her birthday, but
She was.
my sister
smacked.
graduated. My sister graduated high school this year, and so she wanted to drink and stuff, and so we just had like this little Hawaiian luau, and I was just drinking and drinking. We were dancing, we were just doing whatever, like just having fun.
I was in the kitchen, everybody calling for me to come dance with
Yeah.
them while I'm over there pouring up shots after shots. I was mixing Jim Beam and freaking
My nigga.
what is the one with the horse on it? That Jose Cuervo or something like
Something
that.
like
I
that.
was just mixing.
But we were,
and this girl was
man,
like, "Let me
I
try
was
with you."
literally army crawling on the floor because I couldn't even walk anymore. I was like, and I had to like go out to my sisters outside, like the patio, and like her boyfriend's little sisters had like a little kid pool. I'm just standing out there. His mom came out and was like pouring water on me, and I was like, I gotta pee. She like held out this thing for me and like had me pee in it, and then was like rinsing me off with water and shit.
Y'all was fucked up. Okay, so for me, my first time getting drunk, I think I was about like, I want to say 18, and it was like a graduation party, and I'm talking about like smoking and drinking at the same time.
Well, we did that at both.
Oh
places.
yeah.
And
Her
I
boyfriend
feel
was
you with
literally
the
like,
I feel you with the army crawl because I literally got home and I'm like, I can't
damn, my bad.
fucking move. Headache the next morning. That's when I learned how to like make sure like you drink some water, because I was like, I don't really like these hangovers type shit.
Oh no, I do not like that. Like
This shit
I
fucking
can
That
smoke
after
and all
feeling.
that, and then but drinking, I just don't like that
I
feeling
actually make
afterwards.
myself throw up. I know that's probably sounds
I had to
weird.
throw up the other day too, because I don't know.
Well,
like
it's
I can
better to
smoke
feel
and I
better.
can be okay, but drinking wise, it's just like,
I'm
why
like,
do you want to
"Oh, I
continue
gotta-"
to keep having that feeling?
Yeah, I was
in your
like, I
chest?
gotta fucking throw up, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't usually. I just be like,
Well, there's been a couple times where you've thrown up.
that's a while after I drank the same night. Like I just drank so much, I was like, "Bleh."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
So I'm just like,
And you're
So-
all right.
you're on
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So, when did you go to your first party? I'm not really a party
Back
person.
in like 2016.
So I'd have to say my first party that I've ever actually gone to, like party.
I went to a college party.
Well, when I was in middle school, or when I was in high school, I had a friend, and she had a party, and she literally had like people from all of the other fucking school districts there, like a whole bunch.
the
There's like
fuck?
50-some people,
Oh.
and we were only in like 10th grade too.
Yeah.
So
You know what? That sparks
So
my
then
memory.
after that, I think like my college. I've only been to one college party.
I don't really like parties.
I don't like
that.
parties.
college
I'm not
parties
I don't
are
like
not-
college parties, and I don't know.
They're not what they live up to be.
No, they're
I like
really
to
not.
really dance and like
So,
talk and like mingle.
I'd probably say
Well, at college
2017.
parties, everyone stands around in a circle inside of like a club or building. Yeah, doing that.
Fist pumping.
No, they're just standing
holding
there
their drinks up.
watching the sororities go by and do their little
Right.
whatever, and guys will stop and pick up girls and like, ah, and throwing them up in the air. I'm
You know,
Right, and then
you
in
know
the
what
movies
actually
and
kills me?
stuff-
This kills me though. This right here.
and then this stuff.
Yeah.
All
And I'm
abruptly,
like,
you're
wow.
just
And then
like-
you go on that person's page. It's like they really look like they was having like a turn up ass fun time. They're really just.
and
like,
you're
standing
watching
there
them
with
not turn
Right.
up.
Yeah. So, but my first party was probably my own. When I had my birthday party when I was 16, that was really, really fun. Lots of music. Everybody put their phones down, and
Mood.
yeah, it was like everything happened at my house. Like if you know me for sure, everything happened at my house. So.
All right.
All right. So question number, what is that? 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says first time having sex. Okay. Well,
Back in like 2015, 16. I don't
let's
know.
just say I'm probably not going to talk about my past, that past, you know. So I'm gonna say with a female,
Oh yeah.
I was 16, about to turn 17.
Okay. Well,
Because that's what I,
not had sex
because
with
at
a
first
man.
I came out as being gay, or not gay, but I came out to, as being
Bisexual.
bi to my mom. But then I had, you know, I
Do we
had sex
all
with
do
a
this?
girl. I had sex with a girl. I was like, nah, mom, I'm definitely gay. I'm sorry, but I am definitely gay.
I had a
Sorry.
little bit of lapse. My first time having sex, I was actually very young. I think I was about like maybe 13. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not really gonna talk about like my past,
Yeah.
that kind of.
It was with
So-
it was with the girl. She was
Right.
like 14. I mean, we didn't know what we was doing though, y'all. So maybe I can't count that.
Y'all were
Real
just-
sex.
Tickling the fuzzy
18.
carpet.
18.
Yeah, like it was more like a, you know, you're trying to figure things out. We were really way too
It's
young.
like, what
to
is
be,
it happens if I do
Right.
we were way too young to be like even questioning those things. But
this? Not in this
18,
generation
you know.
or not.
18 though.
She's like,
I was
"You
trying
already
to
know,
I was
already
trying to clap, okay?
clam clap.
Start using it, y'all.
All right.
Did you answer the
9.
question?
Yeah, I said back in 2015,
Oh, 2015,
2016.
okay. This
I don't
one,
remember.
number, what is it? Number
It's a
9?
girl, but I don't remember.
Number 9, it says your first crush. Oh gosh. I
Lady
remember.
Gaga.
Okay, you want to do celebrity then?
Just in general, my first crush.
Okay, so we can do.
woman-wise
okay.
was Lady Gaga. Like, I did not like specifically any girls until like Lady Gaga.
Honestly,
just,
I would have to say, like, if
Put the old
we're
hair.
talking about celebrities and stuff, I would
Right,
have
let's
to
do
say, like,
celebrities first.
Shay Mitchell or
Okay,
Mila Kunis.
Pretty
Shay
Little
Mitchell,
Liars.
she played Emily, like the gay one on Pretty Little
Yeah.
Liars, and then Mila Kunis because she's just
Well, Mila
sexy as
Kunis
fuck.
is just delicious.
Mine
She-
was Aaliyah Houghton. That was I was really young and I was captivated by her. And then Zoe Kravitz. Like everybody knows I love Zoe.
I love me
Isabella
some Zoe
fucking
Kravitz.
And then
There's that video of her
Oh,
in the
and Kelly
library with Mila Kunis. Zoe Kravitz and Mila Kunis in the library when she starts to feel on her
you
leg.
mean Zoe Saldana? That's Zoe Saldana.
Is that what I'm thinking about? Okay, it was Zoe something.
Yeah,
I know
Zoe
she's-
Saldana.
Oh, well, that one's fine too.
She is. You're so beautiful, Zoe. Both of the Zoes are beautiful. Now, woman, like actual person I met in person, my first crush of all time, like a really bad crush. I have to think about that.
I can't even tell
I don't know
you
if I even want to say
I
her
tried
name.
to have crushes on boys back in the day, like just because, like, you know, my friends are just like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, da da da. So I guess the
Like,
kid's name was
yeah.
Tyler. His name was Tyler, but
I don't know.
like,
I've
but
noticed
everybody
that.
had a crush on him, so it's like,
Right.
Well, I can't really say. I don't remember.
and like girl
names.
crush, I did not
I'm
fuck
not
with
probably-
any of the girls
probably
like
not gonna
that
say
at
her
my
name.
school because I don't really like any
Well-
of the girls that I grew up with.
The people I was crushing on was more like people I never spoke to, like, you know, those like other kids you see in school, and you're like, damn, they're so fine. I wish they would talk to me.
Oh yeah, that's the one of the girls, but I'm probably not gonna say her
That's okay.
name.
Look, that's fine.
I don't need her.
All right,
even
so
knowing I
question
thought
number
that she
10. So
existed.
this is just the last question on the list. If you guys want to come up with some other questions when we're done with this, but your views on your own spiritual growth. Who wants to go first? Me? Yes, so.
Views is in.
Well, I don't know. That's the question. It says
Well,
your
wait,
views
can
on
I
your own.
finish?
Oh, my
Views
bad.
is in like how you feel about how your growth is going and the things that are opening up to your mind.
Oh, okay. So like.
Just like how your first reaction was to getting.
Well, when I experienced my spiritual awakening, I was just like, what the hell is like going on with me? Why do I feel like a sense of like just peacefulness, like calmness? Why do I want to, I don't know, it's just like,
Open your
kinda,
eyes
it was
to
kind
the
of like,
world.
you know, how they say like Jesus's resurrection, like how he literally like came, like arose from the grave. It was just like, I was dead before and then my body just woke up and it was like, you know, this is how I'm supposed to be living. And so I've been on my journey for what, over a year now, almost 2 years now. And I feel like, you know, I've definitely changed a lot. People can tell. People are always telling me, oh my gosh, like your transformation, your growth is... And like you said earlier, you like when people tell you that, like that's a good feeling. Because it's like, we're not stuck in that negative mindset anymore.
You're not
It's like you
stuck being
realize that
basic.
everything's happening for a reason. It's not good or bad. It's just that everything in life is a lesson. You may not understand it at that point in time, but
Right.
one day, hopefully,
Everything is an
you know,
experience to
everything.
be
Yep.
had. Do you want to go next?
I mean, mine is not really long. I haven't had like a full spiritual awakening yet, but I'm always receptive to things that the universe is sending or just signs, and I always like to listen. Like, I don't usually like to listen to people explain things or teach me things, but with her, it's because she has an inviting voice, like a captivating voice when she does her videos. You actually want to sit and listen to what the very last thing she says is. So, like, I listen to her whenever she talks. So I learn stuff. But I just feel like I was already one with the earth. I just needed to intune myself with it a lot more. Just, like, kind of actually ground myself with the earth.
I feel like we're all naive. We're all very naive before we have our spiritual awakening. You know?
So easy to mold us like clay until we solidify into that shape that we're supposed to be.
And then you wake up and you're just like, bam, like life.
I've had spirituality in my life as long as I could remember, thanks to my uncle. If you ever see this, thank you. He started out with books with like Alan Watts, Zennism, Confucianism, Taoism, all those type of things were introduced to me at a very young age. I was exposed to death.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like growing up, like my dad, he tried to like push us to go to church, and my mom's kind of like more lenient. She's just like, do whatever the hell you want. And like growing up, I was like, do I even believe that there's like a God or whatever the hell they're telling us how to live life?
But it's not
and my
necessarily
spiritual
that
awakening.
concept.
Yeah, and then you have your spiritual awakening, and just like there's so much more to life than they've been telling you. And you're just like, damn.
Because God is a spiritual being. He's not a human being.
Or the source.
He is a divine, so I mean, he would be considered a being of all, not a being for just one specific group of people.
I was exposed to death like really, really young. So that's really what I think sparked a lot of my wanting to know about spiritual knowledge. Like, it kind of traumatized me a little bit. Won't get into depth about what I saw. But it was the first time where I feel like bliss for me, being an age, being a person, it was all questioned at that moment in time. So that was about 9 years old. Yeah, I was like 9 years old. It was the first time where I really was like questioning like my own mortality, like I could die. So that started my spiritual growth. I'm not sure about an awakening. I mean, like I know people try to put like a definition to it.
Right.
I don't. I feel like there's been moments
It just
where
is.
I'm more receptive to, like you said, I'm just like a little bit more receptive to the possibilities of intimate like love with self and self-realization and self-experiencing. So right now, pretty proud. I can honestly look in the mirror and say that I don't regret anything that's happened in my life.
Because you wouldn't be who you are today.
Exactly.
I love the woman that I am
And that's
today.
what I've been learning, like not necessarily pushing away like the things in your past and keeping them in the dark, but understanding why they happened.
Right.
And knowing that it
Well,
happened
it's not
for a
dragging
reason.
them on.
And
And
then, like, that's what most
accepting.
people do. Most people, they
Accepting
continue to allow
well.
the things that happened in the past, you know, just
Yeah.
run their life, and they wonder why they're not happy. They wonder why, you know, they're always upset and depressed. And
They're like, oh, I don't think about that. I don't bring that up. Yeah, not to whoever or anyone else, but
you
in
don't
your
have to
mind,
bring it
to
up,
yourself.
you know. Yeah,
I feel like the best way to do that is, first of all, you can't run from your past,
It's always behind you,
okay?
but you can keep it behind you.
You know, don't run from your past. Really go at that shit head on. Accept that things happen. You won't understand why those things happen, but they happen for a reason. Don't suppress, don't cope improperly with substance, sex, anything. Try to do the complete opposite of whatever
Yep.
like
Try
negative
to be
urge you have.
self-centered, not self-centered in a bad way, but just with yourself, peace within you. You don't have to always jump at every single thing and bark and scream, and it doesn't need a reaction.
Right.
Right, yeah,
Your reaction
everything
can
doesn't
be
need a
inside.
reaction.
Just be gentle with yourself, guys. Honestly.
You only have one of these vessels that you're inside of,
Okay,
so
and it's gonna be over before you know it. That's what I mean by like, don't run from it. Like, don't shy away from pain. Pain is inevitable. That's part of the growth. But suffering is definitely a choice. You have to be responsible enough to be like, okay, this happened when I was blah, 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 blah. And this is why I feel the way I do.
Okay, so speaking of that, I just want
Yes.
to add on to this. So that I guess I'm going to add this as a question. So how do you feel about, you know, homeless people? So do you, like you said, you know, suffering is a choice. So like Des and I have been,
Oh,
you know, we've seen
self-suffering is a choice.
Yes,
As in
so-
here, not your circumstances out.
Right.
Out. Yeah.
Okay. So because
Definitely wanna
like for
clarify
us, it's just like, you know, there are people out here who are homeless who actually need it, but then there's people out here who
are homeless because
Are
they
homeless
feel like
just
it's
because-
easier.
right. So do you think homelessness is like a choice or
Or does it honestly depends on the person. Like, some people just see, oh, well, this person's homeless and they get passed out a couple dollars every day, and they don't have to worry about this, so let me go do that. That's what I feel like some homeless people do.
I feel like it's both systemic, like things happen, some people they get to the lowest point, and it's just really, really hard to adult and to stay in the rat race. And I think for some people there are real hermits. There are real people who find the enjoyment of being a minimalist. I've actually spoken to some people.
Oh yeah, we were actually just reading about that.
That's Kim Kardashian's house. They have a minimalist house. They have nothing in the house but walls.
But there's some people who give up all this shit. I've talked to some people who literally it is a choice for them. They want to be away from all this bullshit that's going on, the 9 to 5, the rat race. They give up. It's actually a very big spiritual practice for some people. So
kind of like being
for some people,
Buddhist.
I think it's a choice, and some people it's really not. You hit rock bottom.
Like monks and stuff, like who choose
like a
not
monk.
to.
They don't really live it
or
anywhere.
Just a common man who had it all, which I've ran into, and he just
Lost
told
it all.
me, he said, I dropped everything. I stopped my job. I didn't want to pay bills anymore. I wanted to live out here
freely,
and that's
as we should.
And I asked only because I always saw this guy in the same spot, in the same place all the time. I'm like, does he truly live here? And I asked him, I said, how did you get here? If you don't mind me asking. He said, I put myself here.
I decided
to let go.
I was tired of
everything.
being in a systematic.
So yeah, I've met some people, some homeless people who've had conversations, because I don't feel like people do that. That's not normal. You don't
They
ask
never
people
know.
questions,
In this generation, nobody asks
They don't
questions.
ask
They just look
questions.
and assume.
Yep.
That's like we decided to feed the homeless people on Memorial Drive, and when we came back with the food, somebody else had just so happened to show up with clothes. They gave clothes to them as well. And it's like, we didn't ask why they were homeless. We just didn't look at them like, oh, those are not people. Those are just like, a fucking nothing over there. They are people.
We just pondered like why and how it happened,
Yeah, I'm glad you actually asked that question. That was a serious question that I don't think a lot of people would ask.
Closing question.
Like very good closing question. But yeah, I've met some people where we've talked and they had it all. And you go through something traumatic, you go through something painful, and some people, they just give up. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I mean,
they feel like the pressure is too much
it's
for
too
them.
much.
And
Or they really did lose everything because they really just didn't have it anymore.
The
So
path to
I think if we ask questions, we would bridge more of an understanding of
we
why
wouldn't just
people are
look at
living.
people
and
and be
nowadays people don't
disgusted.
want to do that. They don't want to ask questions. They don't want to, just
But they
sit
want to
there
be
and share
nosy
their
with everything else. That's what kills me. You want to be nosy why Sally, Stacy, Trey, Harvin, Marvin, whoever the heck has a party going on at their house, but you don't want to worry why the man down the road is no longer in his house.
Right. And why, or what did that man learn? And what is he learning now? And you don't want to take that knowledge because
Right.
people believe image can fuck up a lot of shit. But I'm glad you asked, because I do want to clarify about the suffering part. Like, suffering is a choice. Mentally, it really is a choice. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you can fight your own mind.
You have to tell yourself, like, you know what, oh God, this is painful, but you know what, today I'm gonna do everything I can to feel good. I deserve to love myself. I deserve to forgive myself.
Well, you know how there's
Those are those
a
choices
devil
of
on one
emotion.
shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. You know how
Yeah.
they have that? For me, when I look at that, the devil is on your shoulder, but it's not on just one. It's on both. It's always in your ear talking, but you are your
Ego.
angel. You
Ego.
are your own angel.
Your ego, that's what I'm saying. Learn how to silence the mind, and you will find that things are a choice. That's what they mean by reacting correctly to a certain situation. It is a choice. There has been moments where in my life I found I'll go through something that would usually piss me off, and I really take the conscious thought and be like, why does this piss me off? Why can't I just be
calm
okay
about
about
it?
right. And honestly, that's like what I've been doing the last couple of days, actually,
Yeah.
because I've been, the whole shift in the moon and everything that's just been, going on, and I'm like thinking about it. And I even told Des, like, I'm really trying to like look at things in a different way, understanding why that made me upset, or understanding, why that made me mad, and realizing that, you don't always have to be mad. Yeah, things may not go their way that you want it to go, but
And
maybe there's, you know,
that's
there
why
is
It
a
goes in
reason
the way
behind
it's
it.
intended to go. It can't go exactly your way because that might not be, you know, the way that will benefit you the most.
Yeah, and I try to tell people that all the time because I'm trying to show people that you have a power to be able to overcome and overstand anything. And
Anything.
pain
What
is
does not
part
kill us
of
makes us
this.
stronger.
Right. Pain is a part of this realm, you guys. It really is. And it is your choice what you're going to do with that pain. Are you going to use it to become more loving and positive and touching others, or are you just going to let it
Are you going to
consume
allow
you?
yourself to be solidified in a place where you don't feel like you should be solidified, but that's what your conscience is telling you at this point because you don't have the willpower to fight against it?
Right. So it really, guys, I guess the ending of this is the choice. You have power. And
It's
the
your
is
choice.
yours.
It really
You
is.
got this
Literally
shit.
everything is your choice. Yeah, they tell you that, but not just certain things is your choice. Everything is your choice.
You got this, bro. You're the creator of your own universe.
Yep,
You're the
that's what
creator
I
of your
say all the
story.
time.
You are
the
your own
creator.
Bob the Builder, all right?
You got
Don't
this.
continue to keep letting other people run your life, or, you know, not even just let them run your life. Don't continue to let other people destroy your life either.
Or influence your life, or give you a sprinkle of doubt and push you in a direction you're not supposed to go.
For real, for real. So, with much love, I'm Chomeè.
I'm Jaquel,
Daddy Jaquel,
Daddy,
and I'm Des.
Putting the D in, y'all.
but thank you for
That
watching.
DDC? Oh wait, no.
What?
DJC.
There you go.
I said DDC.
DDC.
Well,
DDC.
you
But-
did call yourself Daddy, so it could be Des Daddy or Daddy Des.
Daddy Des and C.
And show me some titties.
I definitely think that should be her intro, though, guys.
Just
She,
like
wa-
have
she,
your
she
name.
plans on making a YouTube channel for a bunch of stuff. I really think we should have like a spiritualist like talk
We
and
should.
like a lesbian
Lesbian
spiritualist talk. Like I think that'd be really good.
Open
And
up
who
Who
wants
wants
to
to have
door.
orgasms?
Right.
Raise your hand. We're gonna
But-
help.
But all right, guys, that's gonna be the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a fun time, you know, answering these questions for you guys.
Get bitten by mosquitoes. and
Right.
shit.
Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will put the link to both of their social medias in the description box below. And
Click
we will
on
be
it.
back with more videos. Peace.